Good day to all. In this lecture, we are going to see blended yarn cost in a spinning mill for a carded yarn. We have already seen carded and we have seen for two combed yarns through Blowroom blending and rough frame blending. This is yarn costing for Blowroom blending and it is a carded yarn. So let us see the Blowroom blending process before we go into the cost calculations. So this is a polyester cotton blended yarn line and it is a carded yarn. So the first is the 100% cotton line in which we have after mixing the blowroom and the carding. After carding, the clean cotton is fed to the blended blowroom line and the blowroom line will already have the polyester feeding also. The polyester and the clean cotton is fed into the second blowroom line. After the blowroom, the carding, breaker draw frame, finisher draw frame, speed frame and ring frame processes will happen as usual. The blended blowroom line will have the blowroom and card which very open settings as there is no trash particles to be removed, whereas the cotton line, the blowroom and carding will have closed settings to remove the trash particles. So let us go into the costing aspect for this blowroom blending for a carded yarn. It is similar to a combed yarn. Apart from that, it does not have the pre-comber and the comber process. Let us see the given data. First is the count of the yarn and next is the blend ratio. The cotton blend ratio is 70%, whereas the polyester blend ratio is 30%. And next is the cost details. Cotton cost per kg is 155 and polyester cost per kg is 70. Now let us look into the other technical particulars for the cotton line. First is the cotton line. The cotton line has two departments, blowroom and card. The waste percentages for the blowroom and card are 5.5 and 6.5 percentage and the waste selling price are 24 and 29. I have shown cotton and highlighted cotton in green color, whereas the polyester is in orange color. The cost is the font color is red. Next is the blended line. The blending PC blended line. The first are the blowroom and the card process in which you have open settings. So it is only 1.12 and 0.12 waste percentages in the blowroom and card and the waste selling prices are only rupees 10 as it is the blended line. Next we have all the total four departments, block frame 1, 2, speed frame and ring frame for the blended line. The soft waste and hard waste for the blended line are the total after card is 2.3 percentage soft waste and 0.36 hard waste and the hard waste selling price is 38. Next is the cost details. The conversion cost is 1.3 rupees per count per kg of yarn. We can see that for carded yarn, the conversion cost is comparatively lower to that of combed yarn. Next, profit percentage is 4. So with this given data, let us look into the solution on how to proceed with this. So first is the calculation for the input output of cotton line and the revenue generated through the waste. So let us calculate. So these are the columns in departments. We have the departments blowroom and card for the cotton line as it is a carded yarn process. And next the input is assumed to be 100 kgs for the first cotton line in blowroom. And we have already the given data are waste percentage and selling price of waste. Both are already given in the question. So for 5.5 percentage of waste and an input of 100 kgs, the waste generated in blowroom is 5.5 kgs. 100 minus 5.5 kg is the output 94.5 kgs. Now the waste revenue or revenue generated through waste of 5.5 kgs and the waste selling price of 24 is 24 into 5.5. The value is 132. Next, the second is the carding process. The output of Blowroom 94.5 is the input to the carding 94.5 into waste percentage 6.5 is waste kgs 6.1425, and the input minus waste in kgs is the output 88.3575. So this is the value or the amount of cotton that is fed into the next blended blowroom line along with polyester. Now let us look into the revenue through waste generated in carding process. So it is 29 into uh, waste in kgs 6.1425, which is 178.1325. Now the total waste revenue from the cotton line in Blowroom and cot together is total 310.1325, which is the sum of 132 and 178. So we have got two things out of here. One is the cotton input to the Blowroom. Next Blowroom uh, blended line for blending, and next is the revenue through waste in processing cotton till carding process. Till the carding process is this value. So we have got these two in the cotton line. Next, let us calculate the polyester that is required for blending in the blended blowroom line. So the percentage of cotton is 70 percentage, which is already there in the question, and the polyester is 30 percentage. So let us calculate. Cotton is 70 percentage, and the cotton that has come out of the blended cotton line is 88.3575 kgs from the earlier calculation. So for the total weight in kgs will be, if 70 percentage is 88.3575, then 100 percentage is 126.23, from which we can calculate the polyester required in kgs 126.23 minus 88.3575. So with this polyester is to be fed as input in the blended blowroom line and cotton this much kgs. So let us look into the calculations. So input in the second blowroom total kgs is 126.23, and we are going to now calculate the input and the corresponding output, waste and the revenue generated through waste in the blended line. So these are the things which we have to do calculate. The various departments are blowroom and card, as it is a carded yarn. We know the input is 126.23. We know the waste percentages from the question 0.12, and we know the waste selling price also from the question, it is 10 rupees. So we'll calculate the output, waste kgs and revenue through waste. The output input is 126.23 in Blowroom. Waste percentage is 0.12. So the waste in kgs is 0.15148. And 126.23 minus 0.15147 is 126.07. So this is the output. We have the waste kgs. Waste kgs into waste selling price. We get the revenue generated through waste. 10 into 0.15147 is 1.5147. Next is the card. The output of Blowroom 126.07 is the input in the card, and the waste is 0.15288, which is the multiplication of 126.107 into 0.12 by 100. So we get the waste. So the output is input minus waste, which is 125.92. And the revenue generated through waste is 0.1512 kgs into 10 rupees per kg. So this is the value. So the total revenue through waste in the blended line till carding alone is 3.03. So this is the blended line waste revenue till carding. Next, we'll go into the soft waste and hard waste calculation for all the departments that are here. The total of all the four machines, draw frame 1, draw frame 2, split frame, and ring frame are given. Soft waste percentage is given in question as 2.3 and hard waste percentage also given in the question as 0.36. The output is 125. 0.92 from the blended card. So into 2.3 percentage, we get the soft waste in kgs to be 2.9 and the 125.92 into 0.36, we get 0.45. Next is the ring frame output calculation, which is input 125.92 minus 2.9 minus 0.45, which is equal to 122.57 kgs. So next is the hard waste revenue calculation. So hard waste kgs is 0.45 and hard waste selling price is 38 from the question. So 0.45 into 38, we get the revenue through hard waste to be rupees 17.23. Next, let us go into the soft waste calculation. Soft waste revenue calculation, which is estimated. This soft waste revenue is calculated assuming that this soft waste is used in the second blow room, that is blended blow room line. You can see the arrow marks here. The soft waste is fed is into the blended blow room line. So the material cost at the blended blow room line, that is clean cotton plus polyester cost, according to the mixed proportion, is taken as the soft waste revenue. So it is actually a higher price, but it is assumed that this is to be taken as software revenue calculation. That is why it is termed as estimation, because it is not actuals, whereas all others are actuals as it is sold outside. Here it is estimated and assumed that it is this value is to be taken. So for which we have now the cotton input and the cotton cost. We know cotton 100 kgs and cotton cost is 100 into 155 rupees per kg. So it is 15,500. Next is the waste revenue in cotton waste, which is 310, which we have already got from this value 310. So that has to be put here. So cotton input into the blended blow room line, we have calculated it as 88.36 from here. Here we have calculated that. So now we get that the total cotton cost at the second blow room line is this 15,500 minus 310 rupees is equal to 15,189.87. Next, let us go into the polyester. Cost per kg is 70 and the polyester kgs that are fed in the second blow room line is 37.87, which all we have calculated here. So with this, the polyester cost at the second blow room line is total cost is 2650, that is 70 into 37.87. So these two, so we have the cotton cost, we have the polyester cost. Now the total cost of the cotton and polyester at the second blow room line. This at this point, at this point, what is the cost? Because it is blended here. At this point, the blending takes place. So or the waste is used, the soft waste is used here. So at that point, the total cost of cotton and polyester is this much. So the cotton per kg of the mixed raw material. We have the mixed raw material total kgs is 126.23 here, which 126.23 divided 17840 divided by the total kgs, we get the cost per kg of the mixed raw material at second blow room line. So the revenue through soft waste, we have soft waste kgs as 2.9. So 2.9 into 141.34, we get 409.35. This is one type of calculation. We can also take weighted average to calculate the cost per kg of the raw material. We have the from the total cost, cotton cost at second blow room line, we can calculate cost per kg of the clean cotton blended at the second blow room line is 171.91 kgs. We already know polyester is added only at that point, so we know the polyester cost to be 70. So taking the weighted average, which is the cotton is 70 percentage and this is 30 percentage, so we can calculate that here. So with that we get the same value. This is a counter check which we can do. 70 percentage of clean cotton and 30 percentage of polyester. Taking weighted average as we did in the mixing cost, we get the same value. This is a checking that can be done here. So the revenue through soft waste is estimated as 409.35. So next, let us go into the total calculation. We have already got all the waste revenue and the values of cotton and polyester. So let us go into the cost calculation. So first is raw material cost. Uh, Cotton 1550, which we have already done. Then polyester 2650, which we have already done here. And the total is this much. 18150, sum of cotton and polyester cost. Now next is the waste in cotton, blow room 132 and card 178. We already calculated the total 310. This is revenue generated through waste, 100% cotton waste. Next is revenue through the blended waste or mixing. It can be told better as blended waste. Blended waste, we have first the blow room 1.51 rupees, card 1.51 rupees. This revenue through hard waste, which we calculated here, 17.23, and revenue through soft waste, which was estimated as this value. We have estimated here 409.35. So it is this value. So the total revenue through waste is blended waste is 429. So the total revenue through waste from cotton, this value, and blended, the total is 739.74. So this is the revenue. This is the total cotton, total cost of raw material. This is revenue generated through waste. So subtracting the total raw material cost and from total subtracting the revenue through waste from the total raw material cost, we get this value, which is the clean raw material cost. That is 18150.73 minus 739.74. We get the clean cost of raw material. Next, we already calculated the total yarn that is produced. Here we have calculated, this is the ring frame output 122.57, which is nothing but the yarn production 122.57. So the cost per kg of raw material is 17410.99 divided by 122.57, we get 142.05. This is termed as raw material cost in Citra. This is actually RMC is raw material cost, which is taken by the Citra service clean raw material cost. So next we'll go into the conversion cost. Conversion cost is 1.3 rupees per count per kg. Our count produced is 50 centi from the question. Both these values are from the question. So the conversion cost is 1.3 into 50, which is 65 rupees per kg. The total cost of production is raw material cost RMC plus the conversion cost. We get the total cost of production per kg of yarn 142.05 plus 65 as 207.05. Now the profit is uh, here given in the question as 4 percentage. So 4 percentage into 207.05 we get 8.28 rupees. As now the selling price is cost plus profit 207.05 plus 8.28 we get 215.33 rupees per kg. This is termed as yarn selling price. Before GST is your yarn selling price and other commissions have to be excluded. So this is the yarn selling price which is YSP in the Citra surveys. So we know GST is 2.5 percentage, state and central 2.5 percentage. So the values is 215.33 into 2.5 is 5.383. So including GST, the selling price is 226.09. And now one more additional thing which we are calculating here is the net output value. Net output value is nothing but yarn selling price minus raw material cost. So yarn selling price before GST 215.33 minus 142.05 is net output value rupees per kg 73.28 rupees per kg. So this tells about the cost performance of the mill. So this is an useful value. This can be calculated for the other type of calculations also. Thank you.